mats to Hyper Shards or Doubloons? I'm going to say probably not, but I'm not totally against the whole concept of exchanging into Hyper Shards right now, just because they're not like the end game content anymore. But right now there isn't any plans for it.
I saw, will there ever be set accessory and pets?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I already answered that one.
I have a hard time following what you're talking about while reading that and everything else. Let's see. Can we add a co-leader option to the guild? I guess that's kind of...
You can kind of make that on your own. You can make the officer a co-leader, but he just wouldn't have... Basically, he'd have all the same permissions except for looting GVG and disbanding the guild, basically. So you can kind of make that on your own if you wanted to.
So I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we'll be adding Eluria to like any sort of chest or anything, because it was an exclusive item that we wanted to give out just for the 2 million player giveaway. There's certain times where we like to release things that are very exclusive, and the whole point of getting them during that time is so that you have this item that no one else can get at any other time in the future. And it just creates that, like, it just feels really special when you have those items.
I think a good example of that is the Staff of the Magi and the Storm Barrier. There's only like 5 people in the game that have the Storm Barrier and one of the staff. As much as a lot of people ask for cosmetics of those, we don't want to do those ones in particular because it's just really cool to have an exclusive item to say, you know, I have this thing that, you know, no one else has. It's really cool. But I'm not against bringing them back in a different form, just not exactly those ones.
Yeah, I mean, we could bring them back with some different colors or changes or something, just to make them a little bit different, so those items from the giveaway were still very exclusive.
And then the invasion items, like all the schematics and stuff, you'll be able to get them again when like the zombie invasion comes back in the future, but you'll only be able to get them during that invasion. So you'll have to wait until it comes back again if you didn't get them all.
Oh, the battle music. Yeah, that was the problem with Eluria. We had 7 days to do it, and so we did, you know, the main items plus basically the technically main weapon types.
I don't think we can really talk about what we're currently working on. I think the only one I mentioned was Steam. We're planning to put the game on Steam, but that's about it. We like to keep a lot of our stuff secret and kind of surprise people with it, so I don't think we're going to talk about what else we're working on right now. And if they have double the agility, doesn't mean they move twice as fast. That's how it used to be, but mathematically they were far weaker than someone with split stats, so we adjusted the math to make it more equal. The math is somewhere up on the forums, I believe. You can check it out there.
So one of the hardest things that we have doing is talking about what we're doing in the future, because part of what we really enjoy doing as developers is surprising people with really cool stuff. And I feel like that's part of the reason why our social media doesn't get updated as often as most people would like, because we would rather keep quiet and then have these crazy awesome update days where everyone is just completely mind blown and happy and awesome. Like, I don't know, it's a lot more fun to us, and I know that not everyone agrees with the way we do things, but I don't know if that's gonna ever really change for us.
Yeah, I'm trying to cover everything. Sizzle Man, I can't really disclose those numbers for you. Sorry. Hay Sips. We actually did have a harder difficulty initially for dungeons and stuff. It cost more energy. Heroic used to cost 50 energy back in beta, and we were getting a lot of complaints and actually lowered it. So we probably won't add it back just because it was actually a negative part to the game. Although nowadays there's a lot more stuff you can do in the game, so it might be okay. But I'm not really sure if we would.
Fix the grass. It's never gonna be fixed. Had more potato stuff. Don't we already? We have like a potato pet and everything.
We have a pet. We added the cannon, but it doesn't really shoot potatoes, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. The grass reminds me about old times. Yep. Don't fix the grass. That's the thing now.
What will happen to the zombie girl in town? We're actually not sure. We don't know if we want to leave her a zombie or not. We've been talking about it.
Has anyone?
Maybe one day she'll get better. She'll just all of a sudden be healthy again. But we don't know. We kind of like her being a zombie.
Speaking of Easter eggs, the zombie girl is technically an Easter egg. She's not a zombie, she's just been drinking all night at the boozer.
She's probably at the boozer, yeah.
That was it, she's just hung over for the last 2 weeks. I guess, is there any more major questions? More guild store items. I think that kind of stuff will come whenever we get around to actually doing a lot of the hub changes for guilds. I mean, that's what I would think, unless we decide to add more stuff in there before that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's possible, though. Will there ever be a live PvP arena? Probably not, because it can be abused and really, really annoying. But we might find a way to make it work. It's just the biggest problem is, honestly, the biggest problem with that is matchmaking. Like, let's say I have 700 TS, right, and I go to enter PvP, and there's not other people queued up at the same time as me with 700 TS. Who am I going to fight? Am I going to be sitting there for 30 minutes waiting for an opponent? Or am I just going to fight someone really strong or really weak? So something like that requires a very large player base to ensure that you constantly have people in the queue. But it's possible. It's just it's difficult to pull off.
Tari wants more stuff for her guild.
Probably, yeah. We should add some more cosmetics.
Can we add a retry button instead of exiting the dungeon?
Yeah, I'd like to do a few things to the dungeon. I'd like for there to be an option so that you can view your collective loot at the end of the dungeon rather than per battle. I'd love to add a retry button, like you said. There's a lot of improvements we can make on dungeons. It's just making the time to do so.
Sorry, how chaotic. Nice. Good one, Mike. I think that's it for today. We'll have to plan another stream again in the future, though. It's like fighting a rabid dog trying to get these other two to do this with me, but I'll try. It just depends on if we can get the free time again, because like we've said before during the stream, it's hard to get free time to do anything like this, and it takes a lot of effort to set it up, and obviously, like most of you who've been here from the beginning, it wasn't even set up correctly all the way, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by, and if you were one of the winners from the giveaways today and I haven't gotten your username yet, please let me know. I think that's it.
Yeah, before I go, I'm going to answer one last question, because this one gets brought up a lot, but Above Dado asks to add rewards when another player has used us, and we intentionally avoided this because we knew players would abuse it and exploit it heavily. So that's why you don't get anything from people helping you, because some people will make 50 alternate accounts and put themselves as a friend in all of them and just farm all day, every day, and abuse it. So there's a reason why that doesn't exist.
All right. Well, thanks again for stopping by. I think we're out.
Yep, it's fun, guys. I'll see you guys another time.
Alright, Bid friends, thanks again for watching to the very end. If you did make it through all of the parts of this series, I would like to offer a special egg giveaway. Please do let me know in the comment section below just what you found the most interesting from all of the ideas the devs threw out there. I personally enjoy fishing. I can't wait till that happens. But I know a lot of players like their own specific things. So do let me know below specifically what you look forward to. Maybe it's new content, etc. And I will be pulling from the comments below and rewarding eggs and accessories in future videos. Please be sure to mention your in-game name spelled properly, and I will be with you if you win. Thanks.